northwest corner of 6th and Gladys Street. I don't know how I found out. My plans had fallen apart. I was just within the missions and stuff around here. I don't even know how I heard about it, but I ended up coming to this mission here. It was another Eats. I was standing in line with a lot of other floppy people, dirty, tired, and you know, just castaway people. And all of a sudden, as we were getting toward the door of the kitchen, there was this lady standing there. I mean, she was a white lady with white hair and white teeth, and she was just beaming and smiling at everybody like they were a millionaire.
A project is a public art exhibition and a traveling performance that records the history of the neighborhood. It builds on a project, Utopia Dystopia, that we've been doing for the last few years, which was came about to create a counter-narrative to the development narrative that was threatening to displace Skid Row and the social services that have been built for the poorest people in Los Angeles. For that, we did a series of events. We collected neighborhood assets and identified them, and eventually we had a show in a gallery in Chinatown that showed egregious public policy moments, pictures of the many initiatives and great people in Skid Row, and also highlighted some of the actions that have been right on the cusp of artistic action and political action that others in the neighborhood had done. We had a timeline that showed the development of the neighborhood, and from about 1970 on, this included a lot of initiatives, grassroots initiatives. Prior to that, the history of the neighborhood was mainly a beans and blankets scenario with big anonymous missions. Now, we're going to take all the assets, the people and initiatives that we've identified, and these 30 of those are going to be made into plaques and put in the neighborhood at the place where they did the work that they did, the community building work they did. And we want to make a performance, a peripatetic performance that goes from site to site. And so that the idea is that the entire community will witness this event, and they will be able, therefore, to know the history. So when someone comes through and says, "Hey, what's that?" they'll be able to say, "Well, that is this person, and they did that. That's Ted Hayes. He did the Justiceville. You know, that's OG Man. He created the basketball league."
I'm known as OG Man. I'm an artist, so I know some of my work. I've done a couple of projects with him before. I'm just down here supporting. I'm putting my picture on the wall. I can't see my picture on the wall. What my picture doing on the wall?
Yeah, I saw that.
Seen that?
I saw that.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
Like it would end up like this woman was part of the downtown women's center, so that would end up like outside the women's center and its location when she was living there. So this is 1955. All the articles, 1968. Culture of City Development. It's a history. Yeah.
Chinatown Women's Center opened. It was right there where the Midnight Mission is.
1978.
Yep. And let me tell you something. That mission was so full of rats.
Who knows Officer Rich in this room? Officer Rich, yeah. Have a nice day.
For 38 years, he has been at the Department of Public Social Service, and he's been the guard there. He pulls up to our coffee line in the morning in his big black police car, and he makes that beep beep sound, and he goes, "Good morning, everybody. I love you." You know, this person is responsible for saving so many lives in the DPSS office, because people go there and they want their check and they want to talk to a welfare worker who's behind glass, and the welfare worker is often not very nice and not very concerned about your problem. So, but Officer Rich is, and he speaks to you in a kind, solicitous way when you are screaming at that glass and the person behind the glass, and he You know, he saves the day, numerous every day. People's lives are saved. People don't go to jail because of Officer Ritchie. He's one of the first people I want to put up there, and it's just, it breaks my heart that he's a cop because.
Y'all know where recovery happens?
Right here!
Right out here in these mean streets.
Yeah, right here.
See, Red was my recovery specialist, was my treatment counselor when I was in treatment at the VOA. Red has been sober for over 10 years. Now, before he got sober, Red lived in a box on 6th and Crocker for decades. He used to point it out to us as we would be going from one meeting to another meeting. See, Red and the other people in this community that made this community the world's largest recovery community, they live for recovery. They freely give back to this community what was freely given to them because their very life depends on it.